Most traders think technical analysis predicts the future, but that's completely wrong. Every single thing you see on a chart has already happened. Those candles, patterns, breakouts, they are just the footprints of the smart money, not signs of what is coming next. The real purpose of technical analysis is to track institutional behavior. Technical analysis reveals how money moved in the past and helps you align yourself with the people who actually move the market, such as institutions, hedge funds, banks. The goal is not to guess. The goal is to interpret the price. In this video, you will learn everything you need to analyze a price chart step by step. By the end of this video, you won't just look at charts, you will actually understand them. So let's start with something no one talks about. Before you get to analyze price chart, first you need to learn how price actually forms, how price is made. For example, Bitcoin surpass $120K, gold ounce surpass $4K. You always hear such stuff, but how this price, the last price, is actually happened? No one really knows it. Unfortunately, many people who start trading don't know where this price comes from. Without understanding how price is forming, you cannot understand where money is flowing actually. You cannot read the chart properly. So price doesn't move because of drawings or indicators. It moves because of orders get filled. Every market has an order book. You can also see one on the screen, a list of buy and sell orders waiting to be matched. In the upper section, the red ones are sellers, and the below part, the green section, is buyers. There are a few different types of orders, but the main ones are limit orders and market orders. When you give limit orders, you want to acquire an asset for specific price. For example, you can place 5 bitcoins of order and you write down how much money you want to bid on 5 bitcoins. So you write down 120K, and that order comes to these order books. And if it matches with the counterparty who wants to sell Bitcoin for 120K, their orders and your order matches. So in short, that transaction happened on $120K. So you can see on the screen $120K. When orders match one by one, the next number comes. First, let's say 120K Bitcoin order found counterparty and matched, and the price is 120. Then if there is demand in the chart, it goes to 121. If there is no demand and more supply, it means there are more people who are willing to sell instead of buy. So offers for that asset will go down and price will go down. So in short, the last transaction, the last filled order is the current price. Price doesn't move randomly. It moves towards liquidity always, because liquidity is where orders exist to fill large positions. And that's exactly why understanding liquidity is everything. Now that you know how price moves, let's talk about what technical analysis actually tries to read. So I will tell you the truth about technical analysis. Technical analysis isn't a magic. It doesn't predict the future, it reads behavior. Every move you see is a reaction to how money flowed through that order book we just saw. And institutions control most of that flow. All the moves you see on a price chart has already happened. Value of any asset, it can be crypto, it can be stocks, it can be gold, silver, foreign currencies, all these defined by real demand on this related asset. Price doesn't move because it creates some nonsense cup and handle or head and shoulders pattern or harmonic animals pattern, Elliott waves. These doesn't carry prices. These charts exist because they engineer price by that. They create such range, and below and high of that range is full of orders, which means liquidity. That's why sometimes they drag price to the downside so that there will be fear in the market and people will be eager to sell their asset. When they hit the sell button, who's waiting as a counterparty? Institutional traders, of course. They will create fear by creating these charts, then they will make people sell what they have, then institutions buy from all these people who are willing to sell their asset to them. After institutional traders fill their massive orders, price goes up. Candles are the simplest way to visualize how buyers and sellers fought inside that order book. So when you open up your chart, the green candles are up candles and red candles are down candles. It comes by default, but you can change the color by going to settings. right here. I like my candles the way they are. I'm not affected by their color. But some people don't want to have bias on their color. They change to black and white or some other colors. So let's talk about what are these candles. As you can see here, these are time frames. You can select and choose whatever time frame you want. I will explain time frames in the next step. So let's focus on candlesticks. So let's focus on this one. When there is up candle, the opening price is below and closing price is above. That's why they are up candle. It started below and it closed up. As you can see, the body is thick and there are also wicks. It means price has traded also these levels, but the range of this candle in this time frame is this body. Let's assume the candle opened right here, traded below, then went up, traded above a little bit, then comes down and closed right here. So that's why it leaves wicks below and above, and the range is here. For down candles, the opening price is above and closing price is below. That's why they are down candles. This candle's opening price is right here, traded above, then comes down, traded down more, then closed price right here. So the body of this candle is here and the wicks are here. So you can imagine like this, the open shows where the fight started, the highs show how far buyers pushed, and the low shows how far sellers pushed, and the close tells you who won that round. When you stack thousands of these candles together, you are not looking at patterns, you are reading actually market behavior. Time frames simply show the same story from different distances. You can imagine like this. The weekly chart is looking at a mountain from a drone. You see the structure. Daily chart is walking on the trail. You see details. And 15-minute chart is like being under the trees, too close to see the big picture. Let me show you what do I mean by this. So when you start analyzing the chart, you always start from top down. I always start with 3 months time frame. I choose 3 months time frame because each candle represents 1 quarter. By doing this, I'm defining opening price of each quarter. So we learned in the previous step the opening price of candles. You can choose down candles opening is right here and up candles opening is right here. I define all the logical opening levels, then I go down to monthly chart. So 3 months time frame is not for execution. I only define the opening price of quarters because later on it will help me interpret price and detect where institutional interests are stacked. Let's go down to monthly chart. So let's observe the last price point right here. I will highlight for you the May, and here is October. So there are 6 months and 6 candles here. Each candle shows how price moved in that specific month. For example, here, July opened right here, traded down as you can see from the wick, then went up, and there is small wick right here, traded a little bit above and came down and closed the trading right here. And the next month opened right here, traded above, then comes down, moved a little bit further, as you can see from this week, and closed right here. Now let's go to weekly chart. Remember that we had 6 months here. I will leave this yellow vertical lines on the chart so that you can see how price looked in a monthly chart and how it will look in a weekly chart. So in weekly chart, each candle represents 1 trading week. For example, in this candle, price opened here, traded above and closed here. The next one went up, came down, etc., etc. So this candle, as you can see down there, started on May 5th. And this candle started on May 12th. And the next one, May 19th. It goes on. And all this here, as you remember from the monthly chart, equals to 6 months. Let's look closer and go down to daily chart. As you can also see, the more we zoom in, the more detailed story price tells us. In a monthly chart, it looks like this. But daily chart has a lot of story. So you can also see 4-hour chart. You can go down to 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. But no matter which time frame you are trading on, you should always start from top and gradually go down to smaller time frames. When the time frame is higher, reaction of the price is always stronger. So now we will talk about liquidity. This is where everything changes. Markets don't move because of news or random events or these technical charts. They move because only liquidity exists. Liquidity is where traders place stop losses, pending orders, and emotional entries. When price breaks a high or low, it is not just breaking a level. As you remember from the previous steps, I told you price is all engineered. So these highs and lows are all created. Maybe not exactly on the tick, but this range is all created. And institutions know that below or above these ranges, there are many orders. The reason is this. Let's assume when people buy from here or here, they place their sell order right here. It means it's their security, it's how they protect themselves. So they bet on price to go up, but just in case, they put stop loss order, which is sell stop, so that if price ever comes below this level, it will trigger sell orders below this level, because there are many sell orders in this specific low. So they direct price below this specific low, they trigger all these sell orders, and institutions match their buy orders with these sell orders. There are not just sell stops below this specific low. There are also breakout shorters who are willing to bet on price that will continue to go down. After this support looking line got broken, there will be also people who are willing to short this price. But after smart money finds counterparty for their buy orders, price started going up. So fake breakout is never random. It is always a liquidity grab. Smart money hunts stops to get better entries. As you remember from the order book episode, if there are many buy orders, price will continue to go up so quick. Smart money doesn't want that. When they enter their trades, they want to acquire that asset for a cheaper price. If institutional traders enter all of their order, average price of acquiring the asset will go higher and it won't be efficient for them. So that's why they direct price to such liquidity pools and they fill their massive orders cheaply and efficiently. Once you understand liquidity, market structure starts to make perfect sense. Understanding market structure will help you define the transitions in price. As you can see here, price had a low. It started here, made high, then came down and made low. Then went up, took this high and made higher low and made low higher than this low. So this makes it higher low. And this is the higher high because this high is higher than previous high. Then went up again higher than this previous high and this previous high and came down here and made low. When we made this low, we don't know for sure yet this uptrend here has ended. But I have now suspicion that when we lost this higher low and made new low, price is showing me the signal that it is weak. At this point, you can suspect that price might turn this uptrend into downtrend because we lost this higher low. The last leg here that pushed price higher has lost in this down movement. But I need better signals to be sure that price will continue to go down. So once more, price bounced here and came down, took this low also, and went up and made lower high. You can see here that price is struggling to make new higher highs and higher lows. This is showing me that downtrend has started in weekly chart, which means every time price makes lower high, it's a sell opportunity. And also here in this uptrend, every time price made higher low here, it gave me buy opportunity. So this was uptrend and I saw the weakness. Now I can track all the lower highs and join the downtrend. So here, another lower low, another lower high, came down, another lower high. It goes on and on. Then again turns to an uptrend and continues. So that was the market structure you need to follow. So price will always be trending in some time frames. It might go sideways in a weekly, but it might be uptrends in 1 hourly chart. So based on this, I will show you how price moves in cycles. So let's go to daily chart. I will remove these trending lines. Price always follows this cycle. First, smart money engineer price and creates a range. This phase is called accumulation. So by doing this, they will create lows and highs, which means there will be many orders below this point or above this point. By doing this, in the next step, they will direct price to the one side and manipulate the market, fill their order, and push price to opposite side. So the next is manipulation phase. By dragging price down below this level, they triggered sell stops and breakout short orders. After smart money fill their order below this level, price goes up, and this phase called distribution. So remember, price always moves in this three cycle: accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. And other way around is this: first they accumulate at the top, then they push price to the upside, they make people believe that price will continue to go up, then they fill their sell orders, they sell their positions to people who are willing to buy because they created this greed, and after they sell their position, price continues to go down. So these are all the same: accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So let's clean here. Now we can observe these three cycles, which is accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, in our market structure chart that we previously saw. So since we understood here that this is high or low, first they created this accumulation range. Then they push price to the downside. They created this fear. They made people believe that this leg down will continue and we will keep going down. But after this manipulation, price expanded, and this is the distribution phase. You can always see that on the chart: accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So this is the rhythm of institutional trading. Now I will share 5-step framework, simple process to analyze any chart efficiently. The first one is start from the higher time frame. As we discussed, you should always start from higher time frames like 3-monthly time frame, then monthly, then weekly, then daily and 4-hourly. The second one is mark liquidity zones. When you see equal highs and lows, specific highs and lows, make sure that below or above these specific levels, there are a bunch of liquidity that smart money uses as counterparty for their orders. They engineer price, they manipulate, and they fill their massive orders and push price to the opposite side. The third one is define the market structure. The time frame you are looking for is bullish or bearish. For example, here we have seen uptrend, but after this high, price lost momentum and couldn't make any higher high. That means price is weak. And when you see the signals that price is weak, you shouldn't be on the buyer side. And vice versa, when you see that price is strong and making higher highs, you shouldn't be on the seller side. Because if you go against trend, you are more likely to lose and become liquidity for smart money. And fourth one is identifying key reference levels. As I told you before, we started from 3-monthly time frame. We defined the quarterly opening levels. Then you can go down to monthly and define monthly opening levels. Then weekly, then daily. The fifth one is waiting for confirmation. When we saw here, price was weak and it lost the protected higher low here, but you cannot be sure that price will continue to go down here. We waited this lower high, then this lower high got rejected. After this lower high, price made new lower low, then again lower high. Then we can be sure this lower high was our confirmation. We didn't sell here. If we entered our short here, it would be breakout trading, and it's against rule. You need to wait and see the confirmation. So the mindset is the technical analysis isn't prediction, it's alignment. You are aligning with the behavior of the smart money that actually moves the price. Smart money never trades where the crowd trades. They create the crowd. They engineer liquidity, make the move look obvious, and then take the opposite side. For example, here, after this higher low, price went up and they made people believe that this trend will continue to go up. But afterwards, they lost this protected low. They cleaned this high's liquidity. After retest, price started another trend, which is downtrend. Here is the little tip for you. If something looks too obvious, it's probably engineered. So make sure that you are not smart money's exit liquidity. Now you understand how price is created, how technical analysis works, and how smart money leaves its trail. Don't chase predictions, follow the logic. Don't memorize patterns, read behavior. In the next videos, I will show you my own strategies. How to catch price before it moves, where momentum begins, how to manage risk properly, how to detect quarterly cycles, and build smart screeners to find opportunities. If this video opened your eyes, drop a like and share it with someone still trading blind. And make sure to subscribe, we are just getting started.